and welcome back to another Ashes Rise of the Phoenixborn live stream. Today we are going to be unboxing the Law of the Lions and then playing the I think it's the mighty aspect for the Frostwild Scourge. So that's what we are working on today. We played with the new dice last time, which I think were sympathy dice. And we get new dice in here. I don't actually remember what divine magic dice. So we're going to be playing with some divine magic dice today. When we do the unboxing, we're going to take a look at a new to me Phoenixborn. Also, she has the most epic sword. Look at that. It reminds me of like Shard Blades from Stormlight. If anyone's ever watched Shard Blades from Stormlight, or if anyone's ever read Stormlight Archives, I'm going through a reread, which is like my third or fourth reread of it. It's so good. It's so good. Highly recommended if you are looking for some sort of fantasy series to read, but very good. Sweet. Awesome. Well, happy Wednesday. Let's go ahead and just break into this thing because I like new cards and new cards are fun. I also, really exciting, I did I moved a monitor here so I can see my health easier. I talked about doing that last week. I finally did it. Alrighty. Trash goes over there. I also did start putting all of my Ashes stuff into a binder, and I have transitioned my entire Marvel collection over into those side loaders. So good stuff. Alrighty, Ashes. All the lines is going to give us another box. This one is white, while the other one that we got last week, which I should have held kept is black, I should say. So we got the white black going on. I also am curious if anyone knows if they are planning on doing more like magic types, because I think this is everything that they have. I think there's the 6 magic. I moved everything to one of these Gamegenic trays. I really like these trays. They're like super modular. You can switch them in and out. And so I've just put everything in each one of these trays. But they fit 10 dice. Actually, they fit 12 dice pretty easily. But once you put the 12th dice in there, it's really challenging to get out. So I figured I'd go all of, the Chimera's dice here. Then have, I think these are illusion dice. Have these share and put the 10 dice that come in here. The divine magic dice. These are so pretty. They're like white and gold. Like they're just... Ashes does such a good job with the visual aspect of it. Oh my gosh, and they roll well too. Okay, maybe not. They roll medium. The lion, which makes sense, is the top. That makes sense. I get 10 of those, and this Odette Diamond Crest is a mono magic user. So this is, actually, you know what? We're going to do this because this looks cool. Boom, right there. Look at that. So she only uses these dice. Part of Ashes is you can mix and match and build decks utilizing multiple different types of magic. I believe, actually, and I haven't gotten into deck building quite yet with Ashes. I want to play through, I think I only have a couple more Phoenixborn on my end that I have not played. I think there's like 2 or 3. And so I'm doing that plus streaming and everything. But once I get all of them, I do want to start deck building and dipping my toe in deck building. I may net deck a couple of things just to kind of see where people's minds are, because that really does help level set me and everything. We're also going to grab some sleeves. We are going to be streaming tonight. Tonight we're going to be doing Astro Knights, which is a game that I've just been thoroughly enjoying. It's kind of the sequel to Aeon's End. I prefer Aeon's End over Astro Knights, but Astro Knights has a lot of really good qualities, so really excited for that. Alrighty, Odette Diamond Crest, our Phoenixborn here. I keep looking over there because this is normally where it is, but now I have my monitor over here, so we're good. Odette Diamond Crest. We've got a 18 health, battlefield 5, spell board of only 3. Enter the fray. As a main action, we can exhaust to deal 2 damage to a target unit. Then we deal damage to this Phoenixborn equal to the target unit's attack. And she looks epic in her shard plate and her shard blade. You cannot tell me that she is not a Knight's Radiant. Straight up. Interesting. So 18 health is a nice little chunk of health. Dealing damage to yourself based on the attack coming from a Red Rain's perspective could be very beneficial, especially with a couple of these enemies that aren't, I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if this has, or if the divine magic, divine magic, if it's has a lot of healing in it, because that could be interesting. Alrighty, we got the Summon Emperor Lion. Can't wait to see this art on this one. It's a main action, 2 middle tier divine magic dice, 1 lower tier. 3 dice is pretty expensive. Place an Emperor Lion conjuration onto your battlefield. So we're going to get 3 of those. Let's go find the Emperor Lion. And then I also want to talk about that. Oh, the Emperor Lion is sick. You can have 1 of these on the battlefield at any given time. So this game is really new to me. I found about it recently and watched you play it one time. Can you do a quick 1-2 sentence summary of the game? I 100% can. Ooh, this is pressure now. So Ashes Reborn is follows the living card game model. It is not a living card game because it's from Plaid Hat, not Fantasy Flight, but it follows the living card game model where you buy a product, you know exactly what cards are going to be coming in that product. Until about 6 months ago, it was exclusively a PvP, a player versus player game, where you would take a Phoenixborn, sit across the table from one or multiple opponents, and you won by defeating their Phoenixborn, similar to like Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, head-to-head player game. More recently, they have created the Red Rains expansion, which is what we are playing today. This is this board. I don't have the box with me. The Red Rains expansion turns it into a 1-2 player. This is more than 1-2 sentence, sorry. A 1-2 player cooperative experience. And instead of trying to take out your opponent, you're trying to take out a Chimera, which is the big bad villain, if you're familiar with like Marvel Champions. And so they have a starting health, they have levels, and then they have their aspects. So you're mixing and matching the Chimera, who has different powers, with different aspects. So the Storm aspect is going to be doing different things than the Fury aspect, and you can mix and match all of those. And your goal is now to take down the Chimera. You build a deck, and you build a dice pool. The dice pool are the mana that you use to spend and summon units onto the battlefield in order to combat the units and eventually defeat the Chimera. Yeah. Was that kind of what you wanted? Or did you want more in depth of like the mechanics? But the Emperor Lion decree, when this unit comes into play, search your draw pile. You may reveal a spell with law in its title and place it into your hand. You may immediately play a law card from your hand without paying any main action or side action cost. Shuffle your draw pile. It's a 3-3-0. I'm sure that's going to mean a lot. Here in a sec. Nice summary. Hey, thanks, Discry. No pressure on those 1-2 sentences. I said I don't want to take too much time from your unboxing. That's totally fine. No, I'm here to have fun and interact. So yeah. So ask questions, please, because I think this is a fantastic game that does not get enough like exposure. I think it's a really solid game. I stepped away for 2 minutes and you're explaining what I wanted to know. I have to watch back now. Alrighty. Yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, Trouble. So basically this goes on your spell board. Any of the black background cards are summons. They do not go in your deck. They go in like a side deck, and you'll use these actions to summon the creatures, and whenever they get destroyed, they go back, and then you can use them. You can exhaust, pay the cost again to bring these creatures back out. So you're not drawing into the creatures. Now there are allies. I'm sure we'll see. Yeah, there are. Oh my gosh, the art in this game is so good. There are allies that are in your deck, but these are the conjurations, and they're used from these spell books. So that's the Emperor Lion. And then we got the Winged Lioness. I have to get out of this habit of looking back here. It's now over here. Summon Winged Lioness. As a main action, you can exhaust it, spend a middle tier and a bottom tier die to place a Winged Lioness conjuration onto your battlefield. the Winged Lioness Conjuration. We can have 4 of these on the battlefield. So as opposed to the Emperor Lion, we can only have 1 of those, but we can have 4 Lioness. This unit cannot be guarded against. Interesting. It's a 2/2/1 stat line. That's pretty cool. Will you do Flesh and Blood when they release their PVM? What's a PVM? I'm sorry, I don't know what a PVM. But that's interesting. I didn't realize. Is it like a cooperative version? That's cool. Maybe I've played Player vs Monster. Oh, that's cool. People versus Mons. My chat is way too big. I'm losing everyone. No, yeah. So I played. Hello, David. I played Ashes, or not Ashes. I played Flesh and Blood one time and absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. So yeah, really good. I watched your YouTube yesterday about things to put on YouTube. Maybe a quick 5-minute video in the playlist explaining your games like you just did and what to pick up to get started. Ooh, I like that. That's a good call, Trouble. I like that. Thank you. Yes. That's a cool idea. Yeah. This is a fun game. This is a fun game. I did the which LCG game is similar to you, which I kind of did that, but it's all kind of in one video. Oh, it's David Alexandre. Okay. Did I say it Alexandre? I usually just like abbreviate, but I apologize. David Alexandre. Happy to have you here. Welcome. We got an epic shard blade over here. The Sword of Virtue. This does not have law in the title. This is an action spell, meaning that it does not go on your spell board, but it is you play it, it goes into your discard pile. This is actually Odette's unique spell to her, so it can only go in her deck. You can tell that by her little icon in the bottom right. Destroy a target unit or remove all wound tokens and exhaustion tokens from a target unit. That's sick. Costs a main action and 2 lower tier die. That's pretty hype. I'm not gonna lie. Just straight up destroy. Just cancel, unsubscribe from a from a unit. Or if you are, well, I guess your Phoenixborn is not a unit, but like I mean, like we got 3 lives, 2 life over here. We can do a lot there. And then, do they plan to add more heroes or whatever names of the characters and more enemies? Sounds like there's only 1 monster to fight against. Actually, right now there are 2, and in the mail a 3rd. So there are more monsters to fight against now. So there are 3 monsters. If you're watching this in 2 weeks, there are 3 monsters, or 3 chimeras, and each one of those comes with 2 aspects. So you can combine the aspects with the different chimeras. So you have like, what is that? 6 different or 12 different options. No, 6. I don't know. Math is really hard. It's super early. But anyways, a lot of different iterations that you can do. I do believe that they are planning on doing more. I know that this, the Red Reigns was kind of through Team Covenant. They were helping with the distribution model there. And I feel like that, like they're working on that. So, and so I think they're doing more. I know that they were at least doing 3 and then they were going to reevaluate after that. But I think that there was at least 3. And I hope that there's more. I hope that there's more. Is there a difference between Ashes and Ashes Reborn? Yes. So Ashes and Ashes Reborn, just like David Alexandre was saying, Reborn is basically the 1.5, reworked a bunch of cards. If you have Ashes, I believe that there is like a update pack that you can buy, and it will give you all the cards and all the errata and everything that you need to like play the Reborn. Sounds kind of fun, but they need to add more stuff. I want Marvel. Yeah, Marvel Champions amount. Marvel Champions amount of content. Yes, 100%. Yes. I want that. I want that. Trouble. So if I start Just Get Reborn, absolutely yes. And I believe at least at a time there was a deal on the Team Covenant website where you could buy like the Red Reigns and the core set for like a discounted price. It was like a bundle pricing. So I don't know if that's still available, but that's where I got mine, and it was affordable. But yeah. No, yeah, there's a good number of combinations that you can do, and then each one of the chimeras has, I think, like 6 different difficulty levels. And so I've only played like the first. I think I've played the what is it? The Corpse of Viros, the first one. I think I've only played that one up to like level 3, because I'm not the best at the game yet. But they have a significant amount of Phoenixborn. Actually, let's look at that. Yeah. So these are all at least the Phoenixborn that they have in the game at the printing of the initial Red Rains. I don't know if they've released more, but these are all like the heroes in the game. So there's a lot of heroes. There's a lot of heroes in the game. If you got those black reddish boxes, you got the 1.5. Yep. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see it really well, but right behind my right shoulder, maybe left for you all, that's the box that you want. I think these LCG type games need to offer packs of just duplicate cards for deck building. Earthborne Rangers does that. Earthborne Rangers does that. I was really happy with how Earthborne Rangers did it, where you could buy a card doubler, where it wasn't another expansion or anything. It was just a smaller box, and it was doubling of the player cards. Also, World Breakers, which is a really cool game, really fun game where they have just added kind of a PvE mode. They did that as well. Also, what would be the buying order here? You said there's a 1v1 box. Do I need to buy that one and the solo expansion, or is there a new box specifically for solo and co-op? So you have to buy the Ashes Reborn core box, the red one that you got. Then you have to buy the Corpse of Viros, the Red Rains. That's going to give you all of the board. It's going to give you all of the Chimera dice, which are these white dice, and all of the tokens that you need to play. After that, it's a LCG model. You can buy whatever and whatever you want. So kind of whatever. So you have to buy the big box and at least the first red range, which is the Corpse of Viros, which has this dude on the cover. And it's a little bit bigger than the other Red Rains expansions that are out. We got heal. Well, okay, I was right on with the with the prediction there. Heal, action spell, side action, middle action die. Remove all wound tokens from target unit or 2 wound tokens from a target Phoenixborn. Alrighty, that's cool. So now we can use our ability to deal 2 damage and then heal. With 18 total health, we can do good there. Yeah, that's fun. So a core box and a solo copy expansion. Yep, you got it. And that's going to give you, I don't even know, a lot of Phoenixborn. It's a lot of content. Just looked up 70 for both. That's actually pretty inexpensive. I was not expecting it to be that cheap. If you buy 30% if you buy $250 or more. Nice. I got that. I'm asking about the solo co-op stuff. Oh, yeah. So just that first expansion, the Corpse of Viros, the Red Rains Corpse of Viros, is what you need to get started with all the content. It's basically a core box for the co-op stuff. So yeah, that's what you need. But yeah, $70 for both is really inexpensive. I was expecting it to be like 100, 110, honestly, because you get a lot of action in, like, honestly, the production of like the dice, the custom dice, I thought was going to drive the price, but that's awesome. Cool. We got power through right here. Alteration spell. So this attaches to a unit, side action, middle tier die. The unit now has the following ability: Overkill 1. After this unit destroys the unit an opponent controls by attacking, deal 1 damage to that opponent's target Phoenixborn and gives +1 attack. That's pretty hype. That's awesome. Yeah, 70 USD is kind of in the range of other LCG boxes. Yeah, and which is great, because the other LCG boxes don't have, all these like custom dice and stuff. And so, I think it was 70 for both the core and the Red Rains. So you're getting that's yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with that pricing, actually. Nice. I like power through. +1 attack is always nice. It will be interesting, and like I'm already starting to kind of think about how some of these cards can interact with some of the other cards in the game. My mind always goes back to the big snake that the big snake that eats everything and gets stronger the more it eats. Yes, but at one point they will release Chimera around dices that came from the deluxe, and then if you want to play the precons, you'll have to get the expansion, like the one Nelson is unboxing. Yeah, so there are these deluxe precons, and then there are actually precons that use the dice that are in. Actually, I think they use the dice that are in here as well, but they use like the black, pink, blue, and purple dice all come in the core. And there are precons for Phoenixborns that are like kind of in a Marvel Champion size box that use those dice as well. These are bigger because they come with the big deck box and a new set of dice. Normal set is 50 and expansion is 40, so good deal for 70. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, $70 is very easy to jump into. For now, we have Red Rains around. Ceremonial and Nature and Charm is coming. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, because each one of the Red Rains also comes with kind of a modified personal set of cards for a specific Phoenixborn. So like these Phoenixborn that come with, uh these unique cards that only Odette can use the Sword of Virtue. There are other cards that you can swap in and out, not necessarily for Odette, but for other Phoenixborn that come in the Red Rains expansion, which is pretty cool. We got a ready spell. This goes on our spell board here. Law of Sight. When this spell comes into play, you may draw up to 2 cards. No player may play reaction spells. Oh wow, okay. This is a side action, 1 middle, 1 lower tier. Bound. This card cannot be discarded from your spell board. When you meditate, discard this card at the end of the round. Oh, okay, okay. I was like, wow, that seems really good. Just canceling every single one of their reaction spells, that seems good, but it is fleeting, so it's going to go away. Dice Throne is crazy on their prices. In a ton of dice, but most of the dice are just the same different icon, which I think does really drive up the manufacturing cost there. I think custom dice is something that is not inexpensive to manufacture, unfortunately. But yeah, I like Dice Throne. I need to play the new co-op mode. I haven't tried that yet. I think that sounds really cool. We got Law of Assurance. This is another fleeting ready spell, side action, 1 middle tier dice. When this spell comes into play, change all the dice in your active pool to their class side, which I assume class side is the top tier, but if someone knows that, please please confirm that for me. Players may not reroll or change the level of dice in an opponent's active pool. Interesting. This card cannot be discarded, and discard this card at the end of the round. Fleeting. Nice. So this card cannot be discarded. Our players may not reroll or change level of dice in an opponent's active pool. So that's nice. It kind of protects. I'm not sure. We're doing the might aspect. I know the storm aspect had a lot of manipulation of dice from this new expansion, but that'd be really nice to save some of those dice. This feels like, the control type style of play. We got the Meteor, which is epic looking. Oh my gosh. Odette's just summoning a Meteor. It is a main and a side action. Okay, I haven't seen that before. 2 middle tier die, deal 1 damage to all units. Then deal damage to all units equal to the number of top tier die to play for this spell. That's really cool. So this is as close to a black hole as I've seen in Ashes. So it takes your entire turn. If you spend 2 top tier dices, you're dealing 3 damage to all units. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. That's the panic button right there, because it does. Yeah, it deals 1 damage. It's not just enemy units. It is your units as well. So yeah, that's kind of fun. Next up, we got a ally, our shield mage right here. Such a beautiful card. Side action to play an ally, which is pretty nice. Middle tier, lower tier, defensive aura. Units you control cannot be targeted by attacks an opponent controls. Interesting. So I wonder, if I had known this, I would have looked it up before. But how does that work with like the Chimera? Do do they target the Phoenixborn at that point? I think they do. Units you control cannot be targeted by attacks an opponent controls. Yeah. So my guess means that they're just throwing the damage at your Phoenixborn, and that's the because your Phoenixborn is not a unit. They always attack the first valid target, so it would be the Phoenixborn, right? Because if there's no valid target, so units you control cannot be targeted by attacks an opponent controls. So if there are no valid targets for units, they attack the Phoenixborn. I believe that's how that works. I think it's under the targeting rules. Hello, Pure Bones. How you doing? Welcome. How's your Wednesday? So far, so good. I'm happy to hear it. Nice. Good. Has anyone ever played this 2-player? Okay, so yeah. Chimera attacks declares one attacker, either specified unit or leftmost. Aspects will target the player's leftmost or rightmost unit or their Phoenixborn as indicated. Some card effects prevent an aspect from targeting attacking a unit. In such a case, the aspect will target the next leftmost rightmost unit. If it cannot target any unit, it will target the Phoenixborn instead. Boom. I am. I'm having a great day. Pure Bones, thank you for the subscription with Amazon Prime. 14 months. Excellent. Thank you so very much. Oh my gosh, y'all are amazing. That's exciting. Yes, they attack the Phoenixborn if they can't attack a unit. Excellent. Thank you, David Alexandre. Holy Knight. Epic. This reminds me of, and I'm not going to remember the name of the class, but in Summoner Wars, and Ashes and Summoner Wars kind of came out around the same time. They're both Plaid Hat games. And I remember myself kind of waffling back and forth between if I wanted to play Ashes or Summoner Wars. I ended up going like pretty heavy into Summoner Wars because they had an app and it was just easier to play. But my favorite faction in Summoner Wars were like the Protector Healer Knights. And this looks like one of the knights that they had. Holy Knight takes 3 dice, 1 of each tier, a main action, magic armor. This unit cannot be targeted by spells and opponent controls. Oh ho ho, snap. Wow, 3/3/2. That's a big unit right there. That's a big unit. So how similar is this to Marvel Champions? Do you get an enemy and your hero, create your deck and play, or do you need to set up everything in Arkham Horror? I would say in terms of setup, it is probably easier than Marvel Champions. Just because, like, you pick an enemy. Here, we can look at this. You pick an enemy, which is the Frostwind Scourge. Ignore these cards. And you pick a aspect, which is basically their deck. And so there's not a Frostwild Scourge deck. That's all their abilities are dictated by these cards here. And then you pick a deck, and all my other decks are not around. But you take this, and based on what aspect you're playing, you set it up. I'm done setting up. And so that's really easy. I think gameplay-wise, it's very similar to Champions in the fact that the goal is to reduce the hit points to 0, but I think the mechanics of how you go about that is pretty different. It's pretty different in a good way. Well, if you want a card game that you can play on a board, I recommend Mage Wars from Arcane Wonders. No deck, you choose your cards you want to play from a spell book. I've heard so many good things about Mage Wars. That's really cool. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Summoner Wars. I've played more games of Summoner Wars in my life than I have Marvel Champions. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Let's play the Frostwild Scourge. We did choose the Mighty aspect because we have not played this one yet. So the Frostwild Scourge, we're still going to play level 1. I'm going to increase his starting hit points to 35. And then we start at 18 Too much, too much. And we shuffle this up. It's a very complex card game, so not something you play easily. That's the problem, but it's a great game. Yeah, that's a hard line to walk, right? Like to have something that is so complex, but like complexity sometimes delivers greatness, right? And so simplicity also does the same thing. It's just a different way to look at it. But like, I mean, Go is one of the greatest games of all time, and it's very simple in terms of rule set. Now, nobody with my brain is ever going to be able to play Go at a competitive level, but it's a very simple rule set. But then also you have games that are so complex and so good. I wonder what the best like. I wonder what would be the best example of like where complexity leads to greatness in a game. That's an interesting idea. Maybe Magic, honestly. Magic's pretty complex. And I think it's hard to argue, at least with the success of Magic. I don't know if it's a great game, but all right. Make this look all pretty. I zoomed out a little bit just so we'd have a little bit of space. By the way, I pledged a copy of Earthborne Rangers. Yes. Oh, yeah. Earthborne Rangers did launch their game found yesterday with their expansion. So I need to remember to go make sure that I back that expansion. Yes. Earthborne Rangers. So much fun. So much fun. That's exciting. November November is a long time to wait, but there have been slower Kickstarters. I will say that. Alrighty, so we got we never read our dice magic. So divine magic. As a side action, we can use our top tier to place this dice on a target unit control without a divine die on it. While this die is on that unit, its attack value is increased by 1. Place this die in your exhausted pool at the end of the round. That's pretty cool. Also, I got a bigger one of these. Interesting. So it's like a support die almost. Go right there. Oh, that. And then we got just trying to map out how much space I have on everything. We're gonna put this right here. Nice, perfect. You do get to choose your opening hand in this game, which I think is pretty interesting. Also, the cards that I told you not to worry about are a new type of card in this expansion, which are basically spells that are going to affect me that the Chimera can place on me. Okay, so now I have to figure out what I want. I probably wanted to summon Emperor Lion. I feel like a Holy Knight would be really fun to get out onto the table. Power through on the Holy Knight. And probably summon Winged Lioness. And the only rule here is that you can't have the same card in your opening hand. So you can't go, I'm going to have 3 Holy Knights and do that. I wonder if these... Ooh, you know what? Let's grab a Sword of Virtue. That feels like the right call. And the right thematic call, at least for our Odette over here. I do think that is a really interesting mechanic in the game where you get to choose your opening hand. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's really cool. One of the things that I missed last time is that in this game you're not considered to have abilities if you are exhausted. So I missed that, but don't quite remember who helped me remember that, but thank you so very much, because I totally forgot. Alrighty, the Frostwell Scourge. You're going down. You got an ultimate, which we don't want to hit. We hit the ultimate when we place the 3rd Red Rains token, because that's the ultimate value on the Frostwell Scourge. Both the behavior and the ultimate will level up at that point. We need a die there. And basically every single time on the Frostwell Scourge's time, we're going to roll one of these dice and the behavior dice, and then carry out the action listed here. We need to set this up based on its starting. So we got a 1 blood, 2 blood. The 2 blood units are going to be more powerful, but also whenever you destroy them, whenever you destroy a 1 blood, you deal 1 damage to the Chimera. Whenever you destroy a 2 blood, you deal 2 damage to the Chimera. So that's pretty nice. The Law with 2 card draw is pretty good too. Law of Sight. Oh, yeah. Salsa the One! Thank you for the subscription. Thank you so very much. Just in time, unlike the other night, now it's a good time for me to watch some ashes. Let's go! Yes. For the starting hand, yeah. Would you recommend taking out the... Power Through? The Law of Sight? Take out Power Through? I think that feels fair. Yeah, Salsa. Yeah, last time I was streaming at what, like 2 a.m. your time? So it's it may be a little bit better of a time to stream today. I don't know. Law of Sight makes your first round slow. Oh yeah, kinda yes. So because this is no player may play reaction spells, but I don't even think I have reaction spells in my deck. And it basically, it gives me 2 cards, right? Or it nets me 1 card. Demo Swo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing fantastic. Also really exciting, just kind of a personal milestone for me. We're really close to 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers on Twitch. So that makes me happy. But if you get some summon, it can help too. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like if you draw into your summons. That's cool. Let's try it. Let's try Law of Sight. Let's see what happens. And we'll go. Drawing cards is fun. Drawing cards is fun. We are going to start with the first player here. Yeah, we'll go there. You got my name right on the first try. No one does that. Oh, nice. Sweet. Okay, good. No, you don't have. That's why the law is in against an illusion deck. Okay. Let me see if you'll make my dump more money on stuff, then I'll struggle to find time to play. No, you won't struggle to find time to play this one because it's super fun. Alrighty, at the start of the round, we're gonna roll all of our dice. We got some lions. Oh, we actually got 3 lions. That's pretty nice. We got 3 of these middle tier dice. Actually, no, 5 of these middle tier dice and 2 lower tier dice. Wow, we rolled pretty well. And is that delineated enough for y'all to see those? Because I know I think these are a little bit easier to see than the teal dice, and so I'm hoping that these are a little bit easier to see, but also the grouping. Hopefully that works. Alrighty. Very much back and forth game. I take an action, Chimera takes an action, I take an action, Chimera takes an action until I win is basically how the game works. And so we're off. We get a main and a side action every single turn. I think probably a nice thing to do. Oh shoot, Law of Sight is a side action. So let's just do a Law of Sight. We're going to spend a middle and a lower tier to play Law of Sight. So when this card comes into play, I can draw 2 cards. It's going to be a Law of Assurance and a Heal. No player may play reaction spells. This card cannot be discarded from your spell board whenever you meditate. Meditating is when you discard cards in order to change a die in your dice pool to a side of your choice. And we have to discard this card at the end of the round. Cool. And that was a side action. So we get a main action. I feel like a main action here. I'm gonna re-look at my summons real quick. We got the Winged Lioness 2/2/1. Unit cannot be guarded against, and then the Emperor Lion, which is when this unit comes into play. Oh, these are your law. These are your law cards. That's okay. I got it. Veil a spell with law and put it in your hand. You may immediately play a law card from your hand without paying a side or a main action cost. Shuffle your draw pile. So that actually, it may be worth just summoning the Law Lion to get another Law of Sight. I'm I'm not 100% sure how many reaction spells that we're going to be hit with the Frostwild Scourge. But I also want to play the Holy Knight. Let's play Summon Emperor Lion. That's on my spell board. So we have a spell board of 3. We have 2, or we have 1 more slot. But if we have another instance of a spell, we actually get to stack them. Yeah, there are also a few more laws from the divine. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. And the precons are they're just like the normal, like little sized boxes, right? On the Frostwild Scourge's turn, we're going to roll. If we roll one of these nasty bad sides, we place it here. If they fill up, we get to place a token. This feels like it feels like if you've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, there's a scene where they're talking about the bureaucratic nonsense of like filing reports, and it's like, and if you do that, then we'll have to file this, which will then lead into filing this, which will then do. So it's like, if we get this, once we get 5 of those, we will place a token, and then if we ever have 3 tokens, then we it's just kind of funny. Okay, we rolled an 11. Higher numbers are bad. Attach a stun conjuration unit to the opposing player's rightmost unexhausted unit. So I believe if at that point, does it just say targeting some card effects prevent? If you cannot target any unit for an attack, it will target the Phoenixborn instead. So I don't think that it will target me for the spell. And then we reveal. Wild Throw, Mighty Aspect. Wild Throw, when this unit comes into play, attach a stun conjuration spell to the opposing player's target leftmost and rightmost unit to the right of their and reposition that unit to the right of their rightmost unit. Law of Grace, Law of Domination, and Law of Fear from 3 different other precons. Oh, sweet. That's cool. Every board game is meant to train kids into bureaucracy. And then they play Monopoly and learn life is unfair. Yep. Okay, so we got a Wild Throw. That's exciting. And if I am supposed to attach a stun to Odette, please let me know. But I don't think I am. Let's go ahead and we're going to spend 2 and 1. Also, any higher die can always be spent as a lower die. And so if I wanted to, I could spend this top tier die as any die phase to exhaust my Emperor Lion to bring an Emperor Lion onto the field. When this unit comes into play, search your draw pile. You reveal a spell with law in its title. We got Law of Assurance, Law of Sight, and I think that's it, but I just want to make sure. Yep, okay. We're going to take Law of Sight, probably setting up a play next turn. They also learn how to cheat by playing Monopoly. That's true, though. I'm still waiting for the latest life patch where they implement a universal income, but some say this will break game economy and gold marketplaces. I would love that. I would love that. I'm all about a UBI. So we can play a law ignoring the cost, the resource cost, I should say. I'm wondering if it's worth doing that. We have a Law of Sight. No, we're just going to go ahead and play the Law of Sight. It is fleeting, but we'll get 2 cards. And that, ooh, we got to summon Emperor Lion. So we just have options. We just have options. So that's nice. That was a main action. We do have a side action if we want to. Ooh, I kind of want to put the power through on the Holy Knight, not necessarily on the Emperor Lion. Because the Emperor Lion, I see myself bringing them in and out of battle, whereas the Holy Knight probably is going to hang out for a while. So I think we'll play the Holy Knight. And just make sure that I have enough dice to do so. I probably want to, instead of playing power through, I want to get the Holy Knight and probably get this Sword of Virtue going and take out one of these units, because that feels like a decent card. We also can exhaust here to deal damage, deal 2 damage to a unit. And this Wild Throw is just going to kill my Emperor Lion if it does attack. That's a little annoying, but here we are. Okay, let's roll. Oh, we got a basic side. Nice. And we got a 10. So that's the same thing. So attach a stun. So a stun comes here. The spell is considered to be exhausted. As a side action, we can lower a non-basic dice in your active pool by 1 level to discard this card. And we're going to... Beautiful. And then reveal. We're going to reveal the Sweeping Strike. After this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, resolve the following effect X times, where X is this unit's current attack value. Place 1 wound token on their Phoenixborn or rightmost unit. Don't love that, actually. So as a side action, we're going to lower this to a basic to get rid of this stun on our lion. Then we are going to spend top, middle, and bottom tier dice to play a Holy Knight. Units always come in on the right side. This unit cannot be targeted by spells an opponent controls. I am a little concerned about how much I may block and to save the Holy Knight, because the Holy Knight, I want to increase the health, because both of these have an attack of 3, and the attack of 3 just takes on my Holy Knight, and I don't want the Holy Knight to die. All right, let's roll. 4 and a basic die. Man, we're rolling good on those aspect die. 4 is attack if able, if not reveal. So the wild throw is going to attack. They are going to target the leftmost unit, which is going to be the Emperor Lion here. So it's going to be a 3-1-1. I'm going to go ahead and block with the Emperor Lion and counter. So the attack is going to go through, but since I am unexhausted, I can choose to exhaust my unit in order to counter the attack, and we deal damage simultaneously at that point. So they do 3, I do 3, which is annoying, but they were going to kill me anyways. And so Emperor Lion goes back to my conjuration, and we deal 3 damage here, which takes out the wild throw. And because it has a blood value of 1, we deal 1 damage to the Chimera. Nice. If we did not counter and we just let him die, the wild throw would then be exhausted. It is now our turn. I'm a little concerned into I don't know what these are, and so like the Sweeping Strike seems pretty nasty, but what if the other ones are worse? Yeah, 34 to go. Woohoo! We'll be there in no time. And if I attack the Holy Knight, because it is unexhausted, it will retaliate, and it will counter, I should say, and I don't want to do that. I don't need to use this ability here, because if the Holy Knight attacks, we're fine. I think the Sword of Virtue is a better play than Power Through at this point. I think the Power Through would be nice if we can get the Holy Knight. Let's go ahead and go 1 here, so we can summon another Emperor Lion if we want. That's why 2 Laws of Sight was maybe too much. Yeah, I see that now. Okay, we got another Red Rains. We rolled an 11. Alrighty. So attach a stun to the Holy Knight. And then reveal. Another Sweeping Strike. After this unit destroys a unit by attacking, resolve X times. Yikes. Alrighty. We will lower to get rid of the stun, because Holy Knight does not want to be stunned. Oh, we have the Winged Lioness as well. I feel like I really want to see what that last card is before I determine which one I'm killing. I do believe that there will be one that is not that I'm not going to be able to kill, which may be worth kind of just putting it at 1 if it is the Sweeping Strike that I choose not to kill. I can use Odette's ability to take it down to 1 health, and so it gets pretty easy to kill next turn. So we're going to play Winged Lioness and pass. Come on, reveal. All right, so we did get a shard. I'm calling them shards now. 5. Reveal, attack with the revealed aspect. So we got Giant's Might, attack 1, life 3, blood 2. When this unit comes into play, attach a number of Vigor Conjuration units equal to the Chimera's current phase. Currently phase 1. So Vigor is a alteration. When this unit is destroyed, reroll a basic raid dice, it gives +1 attack. This unit cannot be blocked or guarded against by a unit with a life value of 2 or less, and it's attacking our Phoenixborn. Okay, so this is attacking our Phoenixborn right now. I am not super concerned about the Giant's Might, honestly. So if we have the Giant's Might attack and we take 2 damage on Odette, that's fine. We could block with the Holy Knight. No, we can't. Yes, we can. We can block with the Holy Knight because we can always block the Phoenixborn. I think the hardest part about this game is understanding like the guarding rules and how what units can guard for which other units. I think that's the hardest part about the game. But the Holy Knight could block and counter and take this out, and then the Holy Knight would recover that damage. But then we're going to be taking a attack of 3, and we would take that on Odette. So really, do we value damage on? We're going to do that. We're going to block with the Holy Knight because Odette's either taking 5 or she's taking 3. So we're going to block and counter with the Holy Knight. So this does 2 damage, and we can block because we have a life value of 3. So this does 2 damage to our Holy Knight. We are countering, so we exhaust, and we take this guy out, which is a blood value 2. 1, 2. Vigor is gone. But then at the end of the round, we'll be able to heal with the Holy Knight. We will use both of these dice to play Sword of Virtue to take out this Sweeping Strike, which is the blood of 1, 2. Oh, I need a discard pile. Okay. Frostwild Scourge. Another shard. Uh-oh. And a 9. Oh, wait, actually, we don't roll this because we don't have any unrevealed aspects. We just roll the basic dice. And then we actually have to... We'll keep that. And then this will be when that died because it had enraged. Okay, so it's still basic. Thank goodness. Okay. So the Sweeping Strike is going to attack the Holy Knight, but we will block with Odette. We can do this once per turn. So we'll take 3 damage on Odette. 1, 2, 3. And we are exhausted here. We could, and I don't actually know how much I want to do this, but we could trade 2 damage for 3 damage here, right? So we can use a action to deal 2 damage to target unit, deal damage equal to the Phoenixborn equal to that target unit's attack value. Question: the Rise of the Phoenixborn is a standalone product. Yes. Well, yeah. So Ash's Rise of the Phoenixborn is the product that is the player versus player version. And then you'll need the Red Reigns, the Corpse of Vyros expansion, turns it into a player versus player. But you need both products. And I forgot who looked it up earlier, but someone looked it up. Right now, it's a bundle deal for $70 for both of the products. I'm not sure how shipping is there overseas, but I mean that gets you a lot of content. We're at 15. Do we want to trade the Sweeping Strike? What's the name of the other strike? No, you're fine. So Red Reigns is the product line that is the cooperative expansion. The one that you need, which comes with like all the dice and everything, is the Corpse of Vyros, and that's the one that's going to get you started. It comes with everything. You don't roll dice at all when aspects are face up. None of them. Oh, really? Oh, sweet. Thank you for checking. That makes that nice. Sweet. Awesome. Thank you, David Alexandre. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, that gives me some breathing room. That gives me some breathing room right there. Ooh. Okay, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna trade the damage here because next turn I can summon a winged lioness, which then could kill, and the winged lioness is significantly less of an invest, or not significantly, I guess it's 33% less of an investment than an Emperor Lion. Ashes, hey Beast Snow, thank you for the subscription. 20 months, that's crazy. How cool is that? Page 10 of the Chimera rulebook. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, how you doing, Beast Snow? Welcome. Dude, I'm having so much fun with this. Okay, so let's go ahead and exhaust Odette to deal 2 damage here. And then we take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. So we're down. Oh, 1, 2, 3. We're down to 12. Oh my gosh, having the health over here makes it so much nicer because I can actually see what is going up and down. So I like right there, I just messed up and took it off of the Chimera, not off of me, and I was able to see it and fix it. Nice. Turns out, wow. Doing well. I have this waiting for me on your table at home. I set up a scenario, but it was time for bed soon after. Nice, dude. Have so much fun. It's so much fun. Glad to hear that you got the promo. Okay. So that's it. We're gonna look at the recover phase. So recover, remove wounds from units with recover ability. So we recover 2 from the Holy Knight. We are going to remove red rains tokens for each exhaustion token. Remove 1 exhaustion token from each card. We also turn Phoenixborn face up. Exhaust dice. Well, I don't have any dice. Place 1 red rains for each aspect. So we got 1 of the 3 red rains there. Replenish aspects. So we're going to replenish from this deck here. We got a 1, and a 1. That's a nice little build turn for us, seeing only those single blood units there. Yes, thank you for the promo. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm so excited you got it. Sorry for all the hiccups there. Found both on Amazon Spain, not bundled though. Oh, is it reasonable at least? Hopefully. Replenish aspects, replenish statuses, and we're gonna pass first player. So we got first player over here for the Chimera. At the top of the round, we get to roll all of our dice, which is always fun. There's something satisfying about rolling 10 dice at once. We got 3 lions again. Let's go. We got 3 basic and 4. This honestly may be the oh wait, no, we got 4 here and 3 basics. These are fleeting, so they actually do go away. Need to remember that. Considering taxes, yeah, it's okay. Okay, cool, nice. How'd the G.I. Joe deck builder? I haven't played it yet. we instead we're in the middle of a Ark Nova game downstairs. I'm playing it with I want to play it with my wife, but we decided to go Ark Nova instead, just because we have the new Marine Worlds expansion. Really cool, by the way. Really like the Marine Worlds, and yeah. Okay, we'll roll a basic die and a 10. So attach a stun unit to the Holy Knight. And we're going to reveal. Wild Throw. This unit comes into play. Attach a stun conjuration to the opposing leftmost unit. Reposition that. Good thing we already have a stun. Take that. Hey, new game. Is this another deck builder? Hey, Wolf the Medic. How's it going? New-ish game. This game has been out actually for a while. They have recently done the Red Rains expansion. This is called Ashes Reborn. They've done the Red Rains expansion, which is a cooperative version of Ashes, whereas Ashes historically is a player versus player game. This is a new expansion, but I've played this game. I don't remember the first time I streamed it, but I streamed it a while ago, but I'm getting back into it. It's such a good game. Hope you're doing well. Also, I'm gonna drink this before it gets cold. I never drew cards actually. I think I want to keep heal. Law of Assurance is really nice here actually, especially because we can lower and then raise Power through is nice. We can discard cards, but we're going to draw up to a shield mage. Interesting. And another shield mage. Alrighty. We had a battlefield of 5. So, a newish game from 2015. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the Red Reigns puts it back into the category of like a new game, right? Because it caters to an entirely new different audience, but it also comes with the benefit of having a game from 2015's content already that is backwards compatible with the Red Reigns expansion. So, yeah. The Red Reigns, probably 2 years old, maybe a year and a half. I straight up actually may just take out this sweeping strike. And then we don't have to worry about attacking. That's going to take me down to 9 HP, which is not horrible, but let's do that. We're going to lower this dice to remove our stun. Unstun. And then we're going to exhaust our Phoenixborn. Deal 2 damage here and take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Blood 2. 1, 2. Yeah, I know. It's funny when... Oh, yeah, yeah. 100%. 100%. But it's like, it does have a nice rich history too, which is fun. Okay. So we're going to roll. Come on, no Red Reigns. Oh my gosh, let's go. We rolled a 2, which is a reveal. Crushing Grip. The opposing player's leftmost unit is considered to be exhausted. That's annoying. This unit will block for the Chimera and guard for other aspects without the ability. The Chimera will not guard for this unit. It's a 2/2/1. So Holy Knight is exhausted again. Ah. That's funny. Let's go ahead and... we'll play Law of Assurance. So we'll play here. The spells comes into play, change all your dice to the class side. And then players may not reroll or change the level of dice in opponent's dice pool. I should probably make sure that is what class side means. Because I've never heard that term. Oh no, the class symbol is the middle symbol. Just kidding. Hold on, I don't want to do that. I don't remember what I had. Shoot. Actually, it doesn't matter. No, it definitely doesn't. Just kidding. So class symbol is middle. That feels less OP. I probably should have used some of those powers, but here we are. Okay. So that was a side action. And we're going to main action to summon a winged lioness. We're going to spend 2 of these. Class side, not power side. Thank you, yeah. Bring in the winged lioness. This unit cannot be guarded against. It's a 2/2/1. Red Reigns and an 11. No! Attach a stun to the opposing target's rightmost unexhausted unit. Everything is stunned. And then reveal. Another Crushing Grip. Okay, so opposing player's leftmost unit is considered to be exhausted. Everything's exhausted. It's great to salvage a bad roll to hinder an opponent's in PvP. Yeah, definitely. Because player cannot reroll or change the level of an opponent's active die. So that is nice. Okay, everything is stunned. Let's go ahead and... well, summoning the Emperor Lion is not super great right now, I guess. Because we'll get a law and then we could play it. It may be worth just getting the lion. Let's go ahead and go 3. We'll exhaust this and we'll bring out our Emperor Lion. At this point, we can search our deck for a ready spell with Law in the title, which we will go ahead and grab. We're not going to play it, but then we have it. The Law of Assurance. Nope, not the Assurance one. The Sight, where we can draw 2 cards. Your Holy Knight is not supposed to be exhausted. I think it is, because the opposing player's leftmost unit is considered to be exhausted. So it's not exhausted, but it's considered to be exhausted right now. Because the crushing grip is annoying. It is nice that we got all the reveal and we still have not placed a red rains there. And so if we can clean up, we're looking pretty decent actually. So that's hype. So we got the Emperor. Okay. So the Emperor or the Wild Throw is going to attack. We will block with Odette. Go 1-2. Mainly because I can't counter. I want to keep the Holy Knight out. I still didn't order this one. It's considered. Oh yeah. You didn't order the Frostwild Scourge? Are you a PvP player mainly? I should be at 6, right? Okay. The HP is at 6. Okay, so we have to be a little careful there. I'm thinking that we unstun our Winged Lioness. And we potentially drop a Shield Mage. If we drop a Shield Mage, then all my attacks are coming to my Phoenixborn. But then we can choose how and whom we counter with. Because the Holy Knight is being targeted by the attack from these crushing grips because they target the leftmost. But if we cannot be targeted, they're going to attack here, and then we can block with our other guys. Now I got a lot with Marvel Champions, but Ash's products are not easy to find. Oh yeah, I think they're like pretty much exclusively through Team Covenant, right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to unstun, lower a die down here, and then we're gonna spend a 2 dice to play a Shield Mage. You got a Shield Mage there, which units you control cannot be targeted by an attacks an opponent controls. Which is such a weird, I think that's a weird like wording. Units you control cannot be targeted by attacks an opponent controls. I don't know, like that's weird to me. Like I don't know why that sounds so weird. But we're going to attack here. They're going to target the Phoenixborn. We'll block with the Lion and counter. I guess we could block and not counter. Are you talking about the game itself or just the acrylic tokens? I don't have the acrylic. No, I think Red Reigns. I believe Red Reigns is through Team Covenant. It at least has exclusivity for a few weeks or something like that. The shipping, oh, yeah, shipping cost is too high. So that's going to take out this guy. Blood 1 down to 27. Let's go. Morning. Hey, Broken. How's it going? Oh, this is hype. We will play a heal. Remove all wound tokens from target unit or 2 wound tokens from a target Phoenixborn. We'll heal 2 on our Phoenix. So we're up to 8. And then we'll trade here. Well, actually, we have to see if the... Ooh, do we care? Do we want to do that? If we trade, there is a chance that the Chimera blocks for us. Doing well. Just got done with Legacy. Nice. That's exciting. Oh, have so much fun. I finished my my game, my campaign with friends. We finished Dunwich last night. Last time I checked, it was €60 just for shipping and then taxes. That's so much. That's tough. That's so hard. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Is it worth doing that? Or could I find another main action? I don't even know if I have another main action. I think I have to attack. Yeah, we'll attack with the winged lioness here. On a 9 or higher, the Chimera defends. It is a 9, so the Chimera is going to be defending. So Chimera steps in. We deal 2 damage there. Then our winged lioness is here. Then I think we're going to block the crushing grip. Or maybe we just take the attack. We have 2. That takes us down to 6. Crushing aspect is going to attack Odette. Oh, that was really tough. That's tough. Because we're going to get another Red Rains token, unfortunately. Because I can't take both of them out. Huh. Bummer. Oh, wait. No, the crushing grip. No, because I attacked the crushing grip. I think we will just... I think we'll take the 2 damage. 1, 2. Falling in love with Arkham more than Marvel and feels guilty. It's so good. Arkham is really good. They're both just fantastic games. They're just so good. I got the Core and Corpse of Virus as a Black Friday bundle on Plaid Hat, the Frostwild Scourge from Miniature Market, Boardlandia, Game Nerds, and Miniature Market. All of the Blight of Neverset available for pre-order. Although they don't have any other Red Rain stuff in stock. I think those are the only 3 Red Rains products. But I think that last product has shipped or is shipping soon from Team Covenant. Arkham deck building just seems to click for me, whereas Marvel I get so overwhelmed. That's fair. Yeah. Arkham has some really cool deck building. That's what I was realizing. Like, the more I play it, Arkham's deck building gets really, really good. Yeah, so we just took it. They are exhausted. We will use a action to play a power through. So after this unit destroys an opponent's control by attacking, deal 1 damage. Since they are exhausted, no more ability. So we will go ahead and attack the crushing grip. 5. So we take this out. Blood 1 plus 1. Once I catch up with champions, I either want to get an Arkham or Lord of the Rings. What do you suggest? Do you enjoy the deck building side of the LCGs, or do you like the like story aspect that the Marvel Champions campaigns kind of tease a little bit? It would be my question. Lord of the Rings, always and forever. Yeah, we know Beast knows answer. Okay, so I think that's it for me. I don't have anything else that I can do. Arkham if you want narrative and campaign. Lord of the Rings if you want one-shot scenario. Yeah, Lord of the Rings is one-shot scenario. You come from Magic the Gathering Commander, so I love deck building, but I also love story and mechanics. Oof. That's... Lord of the Rings is probably the one I would suggest based off of that, because Lord of the Rings does have a narrative driven, because like each cycle talks about a story. Now the story is pretty loose. It's very similar to like Marvel in the terms of how loose of a story it is, but the deck building there is so good. Whereas Arkham has really good deck building. It's kind of like the vice versa, but phenomenal storytelling. Lord of the Rings has some story as well, not as detailed as Arkham, but it's the story campaign. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's do our recover phase. We don't have any units, which is kind of fun. This is not what I want. Recover, remove exhaustion. We were ready there. Exhaust dice, we're not doing that. Place red rains. We're at 2 out of 3 now because we have an aspect here. Replenish aspects, we got a 1. Oh my gosh, a 1 and another 1. Wow, this has a lot of 1s in it. Or maybe we're just about to get rolled on with the 2s. But if you don't have the RPG mechanics is what I mean. Yeah, the Arkham does a really good job of like making your decisions impact future scenarios, future detriments or benefits. Replenish aspects, refill statuses, pass first player. Sweet. Okay, at the top of the round, we can Shield Mage or Law of Sight. We're going to keep both of these. We're going to draw, or we get to roll dice first, technically. We got 1 lion. We're rolling with the basics today. Oops. And this is when I want the those are all basics. It's fine. Yeah, this is when I want the other law, the law of assurance, to raise all those. And then we can toss any of these, but we're gonna draw up to 5. Got another Shield Mage, Holy Knight, and a Summer Emperor Lion. 2, 4, 5. Awesome. Let's play a Law of Sight. We get to draw 2 cards. That's our side action. Law of Assurance. Can I overplay ready spells? And Sword of Virtue is pretty nice. Destroy a target unit or remove all wounds and exhaustion tokens from target unit. Main action, we are going to have the Winged Lioness attack the Wild Throw. See if it's being guarded against. It's not. So they trade Blood 1. Oh, this is really bad, isn't it? Destroy the leftmost unit controlled by each of the Chimera's opponents. Bummer. Yeah, that's about to happen. Oh, that's going to be the Holy Knight. No! Oh, wait, hold on. No player may play reaction spells. Never mind. Alrighty, let's see if we lose our... I actually... Nah, we're fine. Oh, we're at the basic. Let's go. Attack if able, if not reveal. Got the Charged Fist. This comes in with 3 status. At the start of the Chimera's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit. Then if that was the last status token on this unit, deal 3 damage to the opposing player's target Phoenixborn and reroll all non-basic dice in their active pool. Alrighty. Since that ultimate's about to go off, we're going to attack with the Holy Knight. I don't think there's any reason not to do that. So we're going to attack the Charged Fist with the Holy Knight. Let's see if the Frostwild Scourge jumps in. It does not. It's a 6. That was very close to a 10. So we're going to do 2 damage here. 2 damage. And then we deal 1 blood. And then since we have overkill 1, we deal 1 more damage there. Okay. We're exhausted. Okay. It's another basic die. Look at that. And a 9. 9 is reveal. Attach a vigor to the revealed aspect. So Crushing Grip. The opposing player leftmost unit is considered to be exhausted. Ha! It is exhausted. And it will defend, and it has a +1 attack, and we have to reroll a basic rage die whenever we defeat it. Cool. It is nice that the Sword of Virtue is just 2 basic die, so we can use that there. I'm trying not to summon units because I know that I'm about to get all of my units are about to be exhausted. Or not exhausted, but stunned. And I don't have a ton of dice to change that. So I think actually it makes a lot of sense now that I said it out loud to have the Emperor Lion attack the Crushing Grip. We'll roll. It's a 3. They're not defending. So deal damage simultaneously. Emperor Lion will be knocked out, which goes over here. Blood 1. And then this guy is gone. We're going to re-roll this dice. Oh, so basic. Oh my gosh. Look at us go. If we can... Oh, if we roll a basic on this, that's pretty hype. Chimera's at 19. Once we have the knowledge of what's happening, and if we're going to be exhausted, like we have another Holy Knight that we can drop. We have Sword of Virtue, which we can just kill there, which I don't know if I really care to use that. I think we can just use the Holy Knight to take it out. Oh wait, this unit cannot be targeted by spells and opponent controls. This is a spell. The Basic Instinct. The Basic Instinct. I'm sorry, I'm not following what the Basic Instinct is. I'm missing that. Sorry. I don't know the names of anything. Basic Instinct. Okay, so this is a ready spell. So Holy Knight can't be targeted by this. So we're not going to destroy the leftmost unit controlled by the Chimera's opponents. So I think we destroy the Shield Mage instead and attach a stun. We don't attach a stun. That's actually really interesting. That makes this Holy Knight even better. That's pretty hype. So it is our turn. So we might as well just throw another Holy Knight out here, right? Spin these 3 and place a Holy Knight onto the battlefield. Yes, it is. Nice. That's pretty exciting. We have a side action that we can use, but that's like a shield mage. I don't think I want to do that. So let's roll this and see what happens. It is a red rains and 5. So we are going to re-roll all these back down, place our 3rd token, and resolve our ultimates and behavior. Oops, that's not where those go. So ultimate. If there are red rains equal to or greater than the Chimera's ultimate value, resolve the following. Remove red rains equal to the ultimate value. Discard all the cards on the Chimera's battlefield it does not own. Destroy the leftmost unit. Boom, Shield Mage. Because we cannot be targeted with the Holy Knight. And then attach a stun, which we cannot attach to the Holy Knight. Remove this card and the top card of the behavior from the game. Never saw the movie? Oh, no, I haven't. I never saw Basic Instinct, actually. Funny enough. Yeah. And then... I'm trying to figure out if... Chimera turn. Roll. We'll roll 1 basic rage die and then roll the behavior die. Okay, so now we're resolving 5 here. Reveal, attack with the revealed aspect. So this is a 2/1. We will block and counter. Oh wait, it's targeting the Holy Knight. That's annoying. We'll block with Odette. So we'll take 2. And then we're exhausted there. So we're down to 4, which is not great. But here we are. Let's go 1 and 1 to play a shield mage. And then because all of their aspects are exhausted, they have passed, so we get to take a turn until we no longer want to take any turns. I'm going to meditate with a summon Emperor Lion. Go up. Then we're going to pull 2 to play a Winged Lioness. Okay. And then I think that's kind of what we can do. Other than attack, right? So we'll attack for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Love this part of the game. My turn to wreck you while you do nothing. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so we attacked for 5. Oh wait, we're gonna attack the Winged Lioness to the Charged Fist. Does not block. So 2 less on the villain. 1, 2, or 2 more. Sorry. The Charged Fist is gone. Blood 1. Okay. So now we'll go through our recover. Recover wounds. Woohoo! Remove red rains. Remove exhaustion tokens and rotate. Fleeting gets discarded. We will exhaust this dice. Place red rains. Replenish aspects. Got 2, 1, 2. Okay, so this is a little bit meaner of a round right here. Uh-oh. Past that. Top of the round. We get to roll our dice first. Oh, that's a little bit better. Alrighty, so we've got... This is gonna, I think, kind of come down to the wire here. We are not going to discard any cards. I really like Sword of Virtue. I feel like Sword of Virtue is just going to be taking that guy out. Law of Assurance. I don't know. I don't need a Law of Assurance. We're going to toss a Law of Assurance right now. And then, yeah. Shield Mage. I like having the Shield Mage because we can block with this one and then we can play another one fairly inexpensive. So let's go ahead and draw. We are running close to our battlefield limit. Summon Winged Lioness. Summon Winged Lioness. And another Holy Knight. A Holy Knight. Sweet. Alrighty. They are going to start. 2. Attack if able, if not reveal. I got Giant's Might. This unit comes into play. Attach a number of Vigor units equal to the Chimera's current phase. So 2. So it's a big boy. Basic. All right, we are going to spend 2 as a main action to Sword of Virtue, destroy a target unit. So blood 2. 1, 2. And we have a side action. What do we want to do as a side action? I don't think we really care about a side action here. Honestly, it is kind of funny to throw a damage here on the Shield Mage. I have a lot of side actions that I can take, so I don't need to do that right now. So I'm going to not take a side action. Okay, come on. Another basic and a 12. That's not good. Plus, place 1 red Reigns token on the Chimera. Then reveal. Unit comes into play, attach a stunned unit to the opposing player's leftmost unit and reposition that to the rightmost unit. Alrighty. We got a wild throw. So now I definitely will throw the the 1 damage here, because if we block with the shield mage, then we can take out the wild throw, and the 3 damage is gonna kill the shield mage, but then we can drop another one, so it's not too bad. Let us side action. We'll go ahead and do this. So dice power effect, they get +1 attack. Villain theory. Hey, if you had 32 seconds to explain what's happening to me in Marvel Champions or Arkham Horror turns, what would you say? Are you talking about the game state or the game play? Like, are you talking about how you play the game, or are you talking about like what's currently going on in this game? Because those are 2 different answers. Okay. I also really like this, like the quick second, or the quick what's going on answer. That's a side action. Main action, we may actually bring out a lion. I meant what's happening, but I'll take either. Card out looks so good. Yeah, it really does. So we are a Phoenixborn, which is effectively a hero from Marvel Champions, and we're taking on a villain, or in this game turns, a chimera. Same kind of goal as in Marvel Champions. We have to reduce their health to 0 before they reduce our health to 0. They are summoning minions, and they also have kind of spells which are not super similar, but kind of similar to side schemes. So they have effects. This half of the board is the villain. So this is what the villain's doing. This half of the board is the modular set. So, or I guess this quarter of the board is the modular set. So you can take any modular set and play it with any villain, and vice versa. These are the cards. These are the units that are coming out onto the cards, and we're trying to kill there. We're summoning units, which are allies, and we're doing it. He's trying to kill a villain. Card art looks phenomenal. Yeah, I'm particularly biased towards this one. I think Shield Mage looks so cool. And I was saying it when we started, but this is a shard bearer from this shard blade from Stormlight Archives. Okay, we're gonna roll down to unstun our Holy Knight here, just because I don't like having stunned units on the battlefield. And we're going to spend 2 and 1 to exhaust the Emperor Lion to play an Emperor Lion. So when this unit comes into play, we can search our draw pile for a law. So Law of Assurance, I think, is the only one we have left. Yeah, so we'll take Law of Assurance. And then we can play any law without paying its main or side action cost. And so we are going to play... We're not going to do that. I just want the unit out there. Makes sense. Sounds like really cool. Thanks. Like a Shield Mage too, for sure. Yeah, Shield Mage is really cool. The art is just outstanding. But yeah. It's really fun. It's really fun. Instead of using cards, I think the biggest difference from Marvel Champions to this game is, instead of using cards to pay for other cards, or like resources to pay for other cards in Lord of the Rings or in Arkham, you have dice. And at the beginning of each round, you roll a dice. There's the power level, which is a 1 side. There's the class side, which is 3 of the sides, and then the basic side, which, regardless of the color of dice, because there's a bunch of different types of dice, is all the same. And so I'm playing a mono color dice, so I have 10 white dice, but you can play, like, if you wanted to build decks, you could have 7 of those and 3 of these teal dice. You roll them each round, and that's what you use to pay for things, which the cost is listed on each of the cards there. I still have a main action, don't I? Oh wait, I did 2 side actions, didn't I? So let's leave stun here on Holy Knight. I got distracted because I placed here. Oh, and I summoned Emperor Lion. it is Frostwild Scourge, just red rains. These tokens are bad, but and then when we roll a dice here, it determines what the Chimera is doing. So in this turn, we're revealing. So we flip this up. Giant Smite. Unit comes into play. Attach 2 Vigor to it. And then it cannot be blocked or guarded against with a life value of 2 or less. So we're going to have to block with a Holy Knight if we want to take out the Giant's Might. It has a 3 attack, so it will kill our Holy Knight, unfortunately. Okay. Gotta run, but hope to watch more later. Next time, super intrigued by the dice and how freely you can build with them. Yeah, it's really fun. I think it would be. It's good. It's fun. One of the big things is you can choose your starting hand. Oh yeah, that is also true. Yeah, you can choose your starting hand of 5 cards. So you're not drawing or mulliganing. The mulligan is you just choose your hand. Yeah, it does sound really nice. Okay, let's lower here to get rid of the stun, which I think I've done twice now, but here we are. I guess we could block with the Emperor Lion and we could keep the Holy Knights around. That's fine. That's good. That's good. I think we want to have them attack so we can counter. Right? We got a Shield Mage counter and an Emperor Lion's counter here. That's 3 damage. We have a better board state than Frostwild Scourge. We're gonna play a Lioness as our main action, and we remove stun for our side action. Let's roll here. We do get that a 6. Reveal, attach a Vigor unit. So we got Sweeping Strike. After this unit destroys a unit controlled by attacking, resolve the following effect X time, where X is the current life value. So that is a Vigor. So now we're just going to be attacked. All right. But I think if we do this, correct, we could actually probably got these 2. We can bring out another Winged Lioness. So we probably want to, yeah, okay. So the Holy Knight, the problem with attacking is you run the risk of the Frostwild Scourge blocking, and that, as we have seen before, can hurt us pretty badly. So let's go ahead and we can attack with the Winged Lioness. I think I'm okay attacking with the Winged Lioness. I actually don't know if I'm playing a Shield Mage. I think that will be something to math out. So let's go ahead and main action attack with the Winged Lioness. Attack the Phoenixborn. It cannot. Yeah, we'll just do that. So 2 damage on to the Frostwild Scourge. 1, 2. Time to eat. Good luck. Have a nice day. Sweet. Thanks for hanging out. Down to 11. Alrighty, so Wild Throw is going to attack. We'll block with the Shield Mage because it's targeting the leftmost unit. But, oh, that's why I want to play another Shield Mage. Because then these are, well, this one's going to attack the Phoenixborn, which will block with Emperor Lion. Then this one will attack the Holy Knight, which we could block with Odette. Seems pretty risky, but we could, or we could actually just summon something else. Yeah, so we'll block with the Shield Mage. And this trades. Blood 1. Shield Mage is over here. Okay. I think we pull out the Winged Lioness here. We may actually trade here, or try to trade. And then that will give us a lot of information. So yeah, we're gonna have, I don't want to lose the Holy Knight. We're gonna bring out the Shield Mage. The Shield Mage makes, I think, the most sense. Because yeah, so we got Shield Mage there. So that's a side action, actually. We will have a Winged Lioness as our main action. This Giant's Might is going to attack our Phoenixborn. Will block with the Emperor's Lion. Trade here. It attacked us for 3. We attacked it for 3. So it's going to deal 2 blood. 1, 2. Oh, wrong pile. We're down to 8, which is 3, 5. Or oops. 3, 4. But we have initiative, so we'll be good. Actually, I think I can attack with multiple units at the same time on the Phoenixborn, so that is nice. We will use... Oh, shoot, yeah. We'll use these 2 to summon a Winged Lioness. We're fine. We are totally fine. There's the Winged Lioness coming back in. Sweeping Strike is going to attack Odette. We will block with... Do we not block? Because we got 3, 6, 8, which is lethal. Oh, but they're attacking for 4. So yeah, we do have to block. We'll block with a Shield Mage here. And then we got 3, 4, 2 for 8 damage, which is lethal. Boom. Just like that. I like this deck. I like the other one more, the Sympathy Magic one. I had more fun with that. I feel like this is going to be something that I'm going to really enjoy building around, though. I really like the idea of, like, protecting. I just really like that concept in games. And so being able to protect units, having your Holy Knights out here that can't be modified or hurt, really cool stuff. But that's Ashes with the Odette Diamond Crest against the Frostwile Scourge Mighty Aspect. So really fun stuff. I'm really enjoying this game. So we'll definitely get more of this on the channel. But yeah, sweet. Thank you all so very much for hanging out. I will be back tonight. So tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is in roughly 7 hours, 7 hours and 15 minutes, I will be playing Astro Knights. If you have not heard of Astro Knights, if you have heard of Aeon's End, it's very, very similar. If you have not heard of either, it's a deck building game where you're constructing the deck inside the game, and it's very similar to a lot of the games that we play on the channel where we're taking a unit or a hero up against a bad guy and trying to take them out. Very fun game. Hope to see you all there. If I don't, I'll talk to you all later. Friday would be my next stream. We're playing some Lord of the Rings. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you around. Peace.